guys? Justin at Vintage 55 Restorations here. And oh, I forgot, action. And that's a big mail. So anyway, I'm here today for another walkthrough with another cool refrigerator. This is what I think is the holy grail of vintage refrigerators. There's quite a few collectible ones that are, you know, like really collectible. Philco V handles, I have a video of that. The French door Frigidaire, which I have a video of that. Americana refrigerator, I have a video of that. This one's called a Foodarama by Kelvinator, and it is the coolest, I think. It's on a moving dolly right now, so you know, ignore that. But this thing's huge, obviously, and I can't really move it around too easily without it. Kelvinator made these, as you can see, Kelvinator. And it's called a Foodarama. Foodarama! Which is like the most like 50s thing ever. Because you just add Rama or Ader or, well, Ader or Omat on there, and it makes it 50s apparently, but it's space age. But anyway, so this is an early side-by-side. The difference between this and the French door Frigidaire that I have the video on, that does have two doors also, but they open like that, and it's freezer on top, cross top freezer, and then the fridge is the rest of it. So whatever door you open, it doesn't really matter, you still have a freezer or a fridge. This one, part of it is a freezer, part of it is a fridge. They are separate units, which it's the I mean, you know, other than large big commercial units, this is the first kind of to do that, which is really cool. So these are just scratch guards, the blue, and those changed over the years. I'll show you the different years in a minute, but as you can see, there's a lot in here. They're not quite as big as they look in pictures, and it's not quite as big as it looks in this video, because like I said, it's on a dolly. It's got another, you know, 4 inches, but they're I mean, they are big, but they're not quite as intimidating as they look originally. So obviously you wouldn't have both sides open at once, so I'll kind of walk you through each side separately. But so the freezer side, this down here is just your compressor cover, and that's all that's underneath there. This has the drain in the bottom of this, and these are all your shelves, and there's an adjustable shelf too. This is for ice cream Orama, and these are for concentrates. Everybody, you find these in freezers a lot, big chest freezers. You also find them in refrigerators in the 50s, mid 50s, and late 50s. And people always go, "What the heck are those for?" I can't figure it out. And it's for concentrates. So they kind of came in popular, and you know, became popular around that time. And if you drop a concentrate in there, it fits perfectly in there, and you take it out the bottom. And some of them actually in the same time period have slots for TV dinners, because same thing, they came out and kind of became popular, you know, during that. And so there's little slots to take advantage of it. This is for bananas, which, like I said, that's below this gasket, so it does keep it cool, but it doesn't keep it, you know, the same. It doesn't keep it frozen or necessarily refrigerated. It's a separate area. Just keeps it cool. And then this is for freezer wrap. So you put your cellophane under there, and you take it out from there, which is kind of cool. But that's, again, non-refrigerated area at the bottom. So that's the freezer side. The fridge side is even cooler. So on the fridge side, you have all of your shelves, which are all, you know, sliders, other than the bottom one, which has a basket for fruit. And then you have your 2 crispers down here, and you have your meat drawer up here. And all of this area obviously can be kind of moved around for what you want. But then the doors, what's the cool part? What's in the door? So you have your snacks, bottles, your butter, your cheese, and but this is the cool part. It's called a breakfast bar, and all the Kelvinators of this generation have this, and it has everything in it. So these 2 sides, put your eggs in, rather than, I mean, most vintage refrigerators have a shelf with little egg cups. Put all your eggs in, but just a boring egg shelf like every other vintage refrigerator, you got to have these cool swing out doors, because it's Egorama. And the center part of it, and I'm just doing this to make my wife, try to get my wife, who's filming this, laugh, by the way. Her name is Chelsea. You guys haven't met her, maybe you'll meet her in a future video. But this is a breakfast bar, and this opens up, and you have your little tray for your bacon, because every refrigerator needs a bacon tray. And then you have your 2 juice for orange juice, and these little plastic tops, and they're washable. These are always missing. These ones have them. I'm actually looking into reproducing these. If you're watching this video and you're missing your juice things, which if you're watching this video and you have one, you're missing your juice things, get a hold of me. I might have started reproducing them. So those pop in there. This goes back together, and the whole thing closes. And it's an awesome fridge. So this first generation of Foodarama, there was a couple different versions. They did make these into the 60s, but they looked totally different. They were squared off and everything. Also, Kelvinator bought the company Leonard. I mean, Leonard refrigerators. They did also produce some Foodaramas as Leonards. I actually have one, but this is gone. It has a little badge right here that says Leonard. These scratch guards and handles are slightly different, and it doesn't say Foodarama. And then the interior emblem down there that says Kelvinator just says Leonard there. But ironically, the little emblem right here that has a Kelvinator emblem is still a Kelvinator emblem on the Leonard ones. They didn't rebadge the whole thing. But so there is another version that everything is slightly different. So the Foodarama, there's 55, 56, 57 in this kind of body style. It was the same shell. I got some old ads to show you guys to reference. So this is 55, and you can see in this picture the handles, which are kind of that, I don't know, teardrop-ish shape. And these are the same ones as these. And these are the same handles. This is a 55. And the interior, this is all, you know, all the same. You can see all the concentrates in here. Ice cream and like a whole, apparently, animal that they butchered, or the next door neighbor they didn't like. I almost said Ned Flanders, but I don't know. That wouldn't have been a good joke. So all the stuff that's packed into here, and the kid, you know, letting all this stinking air out of the refrigerator at the same time. So that's a 55 with those type of handles. And then the 56, same interior. Everything's the same in here, and it's the same kid letting all the air out, except she apparently wants a giant thing of I don't know what that is. I'm gonna assume it's a bucket of lard, but it's probably ice cream or something. But so it's the same thing. The only difference on that 56 is the handles. And if you look at this one, they kind of look the same, but they're actually, the handles are the same, but the scratch guards are more rectangular. And they each say Foodarama at the top of them, and they're gold, not blue. That's 56. 57 changed quite a lot, but it still had the same body. And the 57, all the trim interior changed from gold to bluish. There were a couple different additions and changes on, you know, how the shelving was set up. There also was a kick plate. On the kick plate, there was an inlay that was put on there. And then the major difference looking from the outside is the handles again. And they're actually just kind of, they're like little diamond pulls with a scratch guard underneath. And this is you know, totally different look on there. So this is a 55, and the king of the vintage refrigerators, Kelvinator Foodarama.